Hey, Trunade, everybody! It's your boy Circus here coming at you with a Hey Trunade video. I got
Goodbye,
Ryan.
Trunade.
I got Ryan here because, well, he came up with a video idea, and I was like, yeah, let's run with that. Let's check it out. So this is decks that got limited because of Hey Trunade, but now that it's
Yes.
gone, let's bring them back, baby. Right?
Specifically because of Hey Trunade. A lot of decks get put on the limit list because of usually TTH or Hey
Mhm.
Trunade, sometimes both. One of the decks we'll talk about today was both, but most of the time the big offender was Hey Trunade, and even in Konami's own words, they were tired of limiting decks because of Hey Trunade, and that's why Trunade
Right.
is now gone. So if Trunade is now gone, these cards, these decks, these
Bring
archetypes
them
should
back,
come
baby.
back. There's no excuse.
All right, now the first one we brought up in the video last night, and it's one of the most recent ones, right? And that
Yep.
is Onomats.
Oh no, Mats. The hit to sister is literally just because of Hey Trunade.
Right.
I think Konami is testing the waters by slowly implementing unbans from Hey Trunade,
Mm-hmm.
and especially kind of putting the you get like a free a card from the same box or whatever. They want to see because they want to hit maybe potentially other SRURs. They're not
Mm-hmm.
sure yet. But Automats was literally hit because of Hey Trunade. They weren't using TTH. They weren't using Econ. You're not going to use the World Legacy Clash and XC deck. You'd lose your materials. So it's literally just that card that caused them to lose their sister.
And
And their sister is searchable anyway with the Onomato play skill. So it's not even like playing 3 versus 2 would really hit consistency that much.
and honestly, that interaction, Onomats, Hatronade, brought about that. I don't even want to hum it because we'll get demonetized. But that song on
That song.
during the tournaments, you had a theme
Yeah.
song for Hatronade because it got played
Because
so
you
much.
knew, like
Yeah.
that deck had the power to OTK you if there was no back row, no hand traps. I mean, the worst that
Right.
could happen is automats start playing hand traps, and I mean, whatever, go for it.
Right.
It's like you want to play Kiteroid and that deck, go for it. TTH, go for it. It's not really going to make the deck explosively better. It's just going to be kind of. I think they just play more automat cards at that point.
All right. So the next deck was one that it's been out for like actually a very long time, and it did okay for a little bit, then it dropped off, but then it came back, and it was just dominant. It was gross. Everybody hated it after a while because it could draw half their hand and Hatronade you and just kill you.
Oh
And
my goodness.
Karakuri.
Kara Curry.
Yeah.
Yes, so Kara Curry got a huge nerf and restart getting nerfed because Kara Curry's strength is literally you summon Merchant and your Merchant creates your whole board because he searches the rest of your deck, right? That's just
Right.
the whole combo. And this was especially terrible with Hey Trunade because if you went second, and they had triple back row, you usually lost because you can Adia the Merchant, you lose. You floodgate the Merchant, you lose. You do whatever to
Mhm.
the Merchant, you lose. So, a lot of people call this Noble Knight 1.0. Before Noble Knights, there was Kara Curry, and it's essentially
Right.
the same thing. So Trunade, and even though some of them did switch to TTH towards the end there, Trunade was really like the go-to. Trunade and Restart, you take out the back row decks because those were the decks that were stopping you from winning. You already had favorable matchups everywhere
Yep.
else. Restart's nerfed. Trunade is gone. Before I said Merchant maybe goes to 2 or something like that, but at this point, I think you could fully unlimit this deck and it would pretty much settle into the metagame. It would be a deck played in the metagame, but it wouldn't be an
Hmm.
oppressive tier 1 deck anymore.
Yeah, we're all about unbanning decks. So bring back the wooden toys.
Bring them
Is that what
back.
they are? Wooden
I
toys or
guess
something like that?
Samurais? I don't know.
Little
Something
wooden
like that.
semi. I don't know, whatever. All right, next one. This is one I don't know, right? I understand why you have it on the list here, but I don't know if you're gonna have a lot of people agreeing with you on this one. And
Oh, baby.
Black Wings. I don't know, man. I
Black
don't know.
Wings.
I think a lot of people still have PTSD from this, even
Of
without
course.
Hatronade, even
That's
without
that's
it.
that's just normal. People always are normal like that.
Yeah.
So this is the deck that was actually hit because of TTH and Trunade. So
Right.
it's not one of the others. So they can't fully come back. Don't get me wrong, but they can come back in some capacity. So the first nerf they gave them, the one where they hit the Orochi, so
Yep.
then they only could play one Trunade or one TTH. I think that was when the deck was most fair, and it really was just Blackbird Close that was being a problem. And
That
let's
was
be
gross.
realistic
Yeah.
here, like Blackbird Close is what everyone would play as their limit 2 over a TTH if Blackwings came
Oh,
out full power.
definitely. Wouldn't you?
You know
Why
what I mean?
wouldn't you?
Yeah, like that's the power card that they
Doesn't that
need.
activate from the hand if I remember?
It activates from the hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was terrible.
That being said, I'm not in favor of fully killing decks, even if they're super oppressive, except for Dark Lords, because
Yeah,
You know,
just no, just
for
stop.
for
Yeah.
no reasons that need to be
We still
explained.
get
3,400
people
white wings.
asking why is Dark Lord so limited? Why don't they get support? It's like,
They just don't fit this game. They're
yeah,
just in the wrong
they don't
game.
belong here. Get out of here.
But outside of that deck, I am a fan of letting every deck at least be able to play in the meta. So some unlimits to Black Wings maybe totally forbid Blackbird Close. So you know that if you're going up against Black Wings, it's just TTH Black Wings.
I'd
Every other
rather
deck
deal
gets to
with
play
that any day
TTH.
because I remember that
Yeah, you know what I
Blackbird
mean. It's
close.
like
You don't even know if they have it. You just have to assume they have it in the hand. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
because this deck doesn't have a turn one. Their only turn one, their best turn one is setting up a Necro Valley.
Right.
Which isn't even that good in the current metagame because everyone's playing around Stygian Dirge. You know, they're playing MST, Cosmic, all these things. So it's not even that great.
Right.
But if they had Blackbird Close, they'd have a decent turn one because they can negate you. I think if you just got rid of Blackbird Close, let them play their TTH, half the decks in the metagame play TTH Book of Moon, this deck would fit in fine.
Yeah, as much as people hate TTH, I do feel that's like a necessary evil. Just because it gives some
Those are my
decks a
trigger
chance.
words. No, there's no card that's a necessary evil.
I think it is. I think it's important to have in the game. Whereas Hey Trunade, there was no reason to have that in the game.
Well, there's no cost to Hey Trunade, right? At least
Right.
TTH had the cost of, you
can play it
having to
once,
have-
basically.
yeah, you know,
unless
traps and stuff.
you find a better way. You find a way to get
Endless
your
trap
other
tunnel or
traps
something
out
like
of
that.
your
Yeah.
grave. But yeah,
But those are, different discussions in and itself. Under normal circumstances,
One
it should
time,
be like
yeah.
a hard, like here's the cost to it. Hey, Trunade was literally just play it.
Yeah, it's like
you either have hand traps or you don't. You're gonna lose.
as soon as you draw those first 4 cards and you have Hey Trunade, that song would start in your mind.
Goes,
You know, careful, demonetization there.
Yeah,
Okay, last deck. Check this out. Now this is a huge fan favorite. If you know how many people would be happy if this could come back, and that is Heroes.
I'm almost scared to say Heroes because they've been on and off the ban list multiple times. It's like a prison convict just coming in and out of the jail system, because they just can't control them, especially Vion. He just keeps getting limited. Like, come on, man, limit 1, limit 2, limit 3. Like, come on. Yeah, I mean, at this point, Heroes literally lost their limit 2s because of Hey Trunade. The other limit 2s, they're just not as good in the hero, OTK play style. Sure, they could play TTH, but that's not what they don't want to draw TTH. They want to draw mask change.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could play things like Econ, and that could let them win more. But, realistically, with all the back row that's going to be starting to get played here, without Hey Trunade, you could give Heroes their limit 2s, and they'd be fine.
Yeah,
There'd
I
be
agree.
no threat there.
I still have PTSD from that.
Getting
meta.
Anki slammed.
So if you remember the Anki, that version of the deck, that was like a good year. That thing went on for a year.
And it went on and off too. It kept coming back when you least expect it.
Yeah, that was the old Dark Lords, right? That was the deck nobody wanted to die, right? They always found a way to prop it up.
They'd blitz you. No matter what your strategy was, they'll just attack you directly and win. That's what they planned on doing, and you can't stop that back then. Now you can because we have a bunch of hand traps.
Right.
Back then it was Sphere Kribo, and that's it,
Well, now it's kind of like that's what Shiranui is doing. The people are always trying to find a way to prop up Shiranui. Yeah, that's what people used to do with Heroes.
Because you do with Heroes now.
No matter what the meta was, like I can still do triple Anki this turn. Can you stop it?
Nope, I'm dead. But yeah, I mean, like these are pretty much all the decks. Obviously they started unlimiting some stuff. We got the Ascalon, we got the Dakini, we got all those. Which they said they weren't unlimiting Dakini because of Trunade, but I don't think that's the reason. But whatever, irrelevant. So I think this is kind of like testing waters for Konami. They're like, oh, let's see how people react to us doing this, and then in future ban lists we can bring some of these decks back because I don't think they're going to stop.
Yeah, why would
just Ascalon Dakini?
We did that unban list stuff video, and most of that stuff there's no reason that it should be on there.
No,
most of it could come back and it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just like a teacher or a parent that's just like, this is the rule. And it's like, but why? Because I said so.
Did we talk about Kawaki?
Kawaki? No, we didn't. Was that on your list?
I forgot to put him on the list.
That's your honorable mention. There you go.
Honorable mention. Yeah, but also Kawaki was banned because of hate. Well, it was banned because of Hey Trunade and then later Neos Fusion. So if you bring Kawaki back, they'd probably play Neos Fusion, which even then, I think is fine. I think you can bring back Kawaki.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right, there you go. Just a quick one at the end.
Just a quick one.
What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Do you agree disagree, or do you think there's something that we missed? Let us know what you think about the ban list in general in the comments below. But we're going to get out of here, but you should get in the Discord. You know why? Because it's free. The terms are free. The new player help is free. All right. I'm Circus. That's Rye.
See you later, Trunade.
And we'll see you next time.
Dumb bitch of a card.